Well, guys, it's starting to look like the rumors are becoming true about the Funko NFTs. What's up, guys? I'm DK Wrestler, and today is a brand new edition of This Week in Collectible News. The series where, of course, I talk about the latest news in terms of the collectible world, whether that be Funko, Thrilljoy, Lego, whatever collectible I feel like talking about. And if you end up enjoying this type of series, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, but nonetheless, let's kick this right off. And we're kicking off strong with a new set from Lego being a Speed Champions Lightning McQueen from Cars. Now, I'm really bummed out that I didn't get to talk about this last week, considering this got announced pretty much right after I finished recording last week's episode. And so had this gotten announced, this definitely would have made the top 5 portion of our list that we do every week for this series, which who knows, it's still going to be eligible for this specific video, so it might crack the list. Loungefly have announced a Toy Story 30th anniversary set of items. Every single one of these items are absolutely awesome, whether it is like the little Pizza Planet van purse, the little wallet of Buzz Lightyear, and then there is the backpack of Buzz Lightyear with the packaging, which I actually think is a full-size backpack, unlike the usual Loungefly bags, where they're so tiny that if I tried wearing them, I would break the straps on if I were to try it on. If that's a full-size backpack for that Buzz Lightyear one, I may actually have to pick that one up and start using it for conventions, which, speaking of conventions, if you're in the area and going to Hamilton Comic-Con next weekend, I will be attending that convention, and I will be doing a Funko Pop Hunt video that should be releasing shortly after the event is over. Funko NFTs are dead. Yeah, so news broke out last week of the potential end of Funko NFTs, and at this specific point, we didn't really know much information about it. I even did a video all about it earlier this week on the channel, discussing about the possibilities of how this could be true and how this couldn't be true, which you definitely should check out regardless of any of the news that have happened this week that I will discuss further when it comes to this specific video as well. AJ Lee's first WWE trading card in 10 years is here. So yeah, if you're a wrestling fan like me, you obviously know that AJ Lee made her return to WWE for the first time in 10 years. I'm very excited about that, and it doesn't look like it's going to be a one-off, so that's awesome as well, because there's a lot of rivalries that we could obviously see with AJ Lee when it comes to being in the WWE. Tubbs have announced mini versions of the Tiny Travelers, Poe from Kung Fu Panda, as well as Megan. Now, of course, I've mentioned about Tubbs so many times on this channel as of late because their products are really awesome. And I think it's really cool to have the mini versions, except the fact that I don't really like the price point of them when, at least when I saw them at Fan Expo Canada recently, they were literally $12 Canadian for one mini Tubbs, while you can pay just over double the price for a regular size one. Lego did a teaser for a collab with Star Trek. Now, of course, this is pretty cool. Obviously, we've seen Lego Star Wars for so long, and a lot of people do like comparing Star Wars with Star Trek, so it is cool that I guess Star Trek is getting the treatment here as well. U2s have announced multiple figures for Arcane League of Legends. Now, of course, I don't really know much about League of Legends, but these ones do look pretty cool, and I like the first one that shows up here because, at least as a wrestler myself, it kind of looks like a collar and elbow tie-up. Funko had a code for fan rewards relating to 25% off of anime items. Now, I guess that is cool if you're looking to get 25% off of anime items. For me, it would just be Yu-Gi-Oh! But I mean, if you're a hardcore anime fan, maybe you did end up taking advantage of this code. U2s have announced a set of figures for Chowder. And this is pretty sweet. I mean, Chowder is one of those like Cartoon Network series that a lot of people like. We have ourselves an email update regarding the future of Drop that states, Funko has recently made the decision to reduce a portion of our Drop team as a part of a strategic refocus on our operations. Drop remains committed to supporting our community and partners, and our day-to-day operations will continue without interruption. Kind regards, John from Drop Support. So at first it seemed like it was going to be a little bit promising as terms to the rumors, because maybe they're just kind of on a hiatus as terms to the Funko NFTs, and they'll pick back up, let's say, in the new year. But then this news came out regarding the Drop Arcade listed in their Discord saying, "Greetings everyone, we wanted to take a moment to inform you that there will not be a Drop Arcade Season 3. We understand you may have additional questions, and we will share more information as soon as we can." So this kind of confirms that if we're canceling Season 3 of Drop Arcade that was set to happen shortly after Season 2 ends this upcoming week, it just seems like it's more than likely that the Funko NFTs are coming to an end, and that Disney Villain Series 1 was the final drop. So now I know that a lot of people, including myself, are trying to sell off our inventory as much as possible. And at the moment, my next move as terms to this whole situation is that I am currently trying to sell off my cards throughout both the drop marketplace and the Atomic Hub website in order to get USDC and wax back, considering that with Funko NFTs coming to an end, I have no plans to continue my journey with NFTs overall. So the plan is to sell as much as I can, and then with the amount of cryptocurrency I make throughout USDC and WaxP, I am going to figure out a way to try and send those to a cryptocurrency site, and then eventually have that money be converted to Canadian dollar and actually be put into my bank account, because I simply just don't want this money sitting that I'm never going to use. I might as well try to convert it and have that money go back into my bank account in some sort of way, because especially with the way the economy is right now, I could definitely use the money right now. LEGO have announced 2 holiday sets, including a family Christmas tree as well as a holiday express train, which these will be releasing on October 1st for LEGO Insider members. Honestly, both of these sets are really awesome, and I think if I were to like one or the other, it's probably the train set, because it's always cool seeing those train sets around Christmas time. Today I wanted to give a shout out to Sentinel 107, and the reason that they ended up getting a shout out is because they joined our YouTube channel membership, which only cost $1.99 a month. Not only do you get the shout out, but you do get lots of other perks, including early access to every single video and shorts that we produce on this channel. So definitely consider joining our YouTube channel membership. It will be greatly appreciated and will go a long way of helping out this channel a lot. So definitely consider it, but let's get right back to the video. Funko have announced patchwork pops for Nightmare Before Christmas, which not only are there common ones, but there are going to be Hot Topic exclusive versions of a glow-in-the-dark Zero and a flocked Oogie Boogie. Now, Funko has done this, I guess, specification before when it came to the DC Comics lineup last year. Now they're doing it with Nightmare Before Christmas, but like I mentioned with the DC ones, I feel like the only reason that they're doing this, I guess, once again, specification, is direct competition with the company Handmade by Robots that's kind of the same molding as terms to their figures. We got ourselves a new wave of NFL Legends pops. Now, I don't recognize really any of these players since I don't watch football all that much. Besides Troy Polamalu with that really nice hair, Funko in the past did do a gold figure of him where there was also a chase, which we actually showed off on the channel since MD had gotten that. We got ourselves a holiday Gudetama figure that's going to be exclusive to the Funko shop. I remember when Funko was doing these figures a lot as Hot Topic exclusives. We got ourselves a brand new wave of Kingdom Hearts pops. Now, this is really awesome because I feel like the last time we got a wave of these pops was like 2018, 2019. We got ourselves a brand new wave of Animaniacs pops. Now, one of these pops we technically talked about last week being the Pinky and the Brain 2-pack, but there is a difference between this normal one, unlike the one we talked about last week. That being that the one that we did talk about last week not only was glow in the dark, but it had a speech bubble, while this common version doesn't have its speech bubble but isn't glow in the dark. We got ourselves a new wave of Marvel Rivals pops. Now, I remember these figures first being shown off during a panel at San Diego Comic-Con. The only one that stood out to me, of course, was the Jeff figure, which I feel like is a lot of people's favorites, and every time I see the name Jeff, I always think of that, was it 22 Jump Street or 21 Jump Street scene of, "My name is Jeff." For all you anime fans, we have ourselves a brand new wave of One Piece figures. And of course, Funko usually kills it with One Piece figures, so I don't have anything bad to say. Topps have released a Toy Story 30th anniversary card with a chance at a parallel. Now, this is really cool. I just wish that this was actually like a full-on set of cards rather than just 2 different types of cards. U2s have announced a set of Adventure Time figures. This is a pretty cool set of figures. We did get some, I believe it was either earlier this year or late last year, of Finn and Jake. Funko have announced a figure of Billy Mack from Love Actually with a Chase figure. Now, this is pretty sweet, especially with how they've done the common as well as the Chase. Funko have announced a Funko Hollywood figure of a Blacklight Zolo for the Dia de los Muertos set. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but the way that this is designed is pretty sweet. And the last announcement before our usual top 5 list is a huge list of Pix and Pixels announced by Thrilljoy, including DC Comics, Wednesday, and Harry Potter. Thrilljoy usually killing it as of late with the Pix and Pixel figures, and there are definitely some highlights, maybe even one that will make it to the top 5 list. Which, kicking off our top 5 list, coming in at number 5 is the Wednesday Thrill Joy Pix figure. Now this is pretty cool, especially the fact that not only do you have one chase, but you do have a chance at another chase as well. Coming in at number 4 on my list is the Silver Rayleigh Chase from One Piece. Now this is a really cool pop, even though I've never seen One Piece a day in my life. I like the way that they did the common in the chase, and especially the chase and how uniquely different it is compared to that common. Coming in at number 3 on my list is the Holiday Express train set from LEGO. Now this set is really awesome and could be a really cool piece to add during Christmas time. Coming in at number 2 on my set is the Toy Story Loungefly set. Now this is a pretty cool set, however I don't have intentions of buying any of these items unless perhaps that Buzz Lightyear backpack actually fits me. And coming in at number 1 on my list is the Lightning McQueen Speed Champion set from LEGO.